presented by Swinford Media Group. Get ready for a WFCN Game of the Week, powered by our incredible sponsors: Watermark Auto Group, John A. Logan College, Black Diamond Harley Davidson, Moreland-Bishop McDonalds, Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, Chick-Fil-A of Marion, Anderson's Furniture and Mattress, the Illinois Army National Guard, Legence Bank, Kemper CPA Group, the City of Herrin, the City of Sesser, Banterra Bank, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, the Bank of Herrin, State Farm Kenya Garner, SIU Credit Union, SouthernTrust Bank, the print shop at Pieces of Learning, First Southern Bank, Anderson Boys Trash Service, State Bank of Whittington, Urology Institute,
Hello and welcome to the WFCN Southern Illinois High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Aaron Price, the lead reporter at WFCN, joined alongside Garrett Smith, who does play-by-play for the WFCN Game of the Week, and Drew Smith, who is helping us tonight with camera and graphics. We have made our way to Week 5 of high school football, Thursday night football tonight instead of Friday night football. We don't see that very often. Tonight is the Route 148 football game between the Sesser-Valier Red Devils and the Christopher Bearcats.
Yeah, Aaron, we get to cover a couple teams here tonight that we don't normally see. You know, we saw a lot of Carterville, a lot of Herrin, a lot of West Frankfort, a lot of teams over there, but we get to focus in on a couple of teams now that are pretty familiar with each other, in Sesser-Valier and Christopher. And Sesser comes in very impressive, 3-0 in games played. They had a forfeit victory in there against Vienna Goreville. The defense has looked really good for Sesser. Just 6 points given up in a couple games. Shut out Carmi, a big shocker there. Not necessarily expected to lose to Carmi, but they were not expected to win 32-0. And Christopher's trying to build something. They came close at Flora. Put up 12 last week against Red Hill, a team that's coming to the Black Diamond as a football member only in the future. But let's see if Christopher can make something happen here on their home field.
Yeah, that's right. The Red Devils are a very strong team early in the season, but they are facing some tougher opponents as the season goes on. After this week, the Red Devils play Edwards County, El Dorado, and a big game that will be streamed here in Week 8 against the Johnston City Indians at home. So the Sesser will be able to face the Indians. That's their home field this year.
All right, after this quick break, we'll preview Christopher and how they hope to secure win number 1 on the season. Stay tuned. This is the WFCN Game of the Week, powered by Swinford Media.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
We want to help students when they come right out of high school, but we're also here for the adults. After high school, I went to my local community college, and after my first semester, realized that I wasn't quite ready to go to college. And I went back to work in construction for roughly about 15 years. And at the same time, I took classes at community college. It's this idea that you can go back to school at any time for anything, and that's what a community college does for you. That's what John A. Logan does for you.
Hi Wildcat fans, I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you in writing with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
Welcome back to Christopher as we are in Week 5 of the 2024 football season. Tonight, our WFCN Game of the Week visits Franklin County as the Bearcats take on the Red Devils.
Yeah, Aaron, it's been a trying season to start for Christopher, but they've had some opportunities. We're going to look at a couple of their games. You know, we mentioned at Flora, losing by just 3. They get blown out at Johnson City. They lose here at home against Hamilton County. Lose at Red Hill 39-12. A positive for them, Aaron, is absolutely their passing game. Second Southern Illinois in passing is Landon Ceveda. 762 passing yards through 4 weeks of play. So that's definitely a bright spot for Christopher. And play through that, and you'll be in the mix.
Yeah, this is a really weird week for high school football, Garrett. As I mentioned, it's Thursday night football tonight. We were supposed to be playing this game on Friday night, but it got moved up to Thursday because of the remnants of Hurricane Helene expected to make their way through our region this weekend. And some other games have also been changed as well tonight. Murfreesboro and Herrin, their game will begin at 7 o'clock tonight, I believe, at Murfreesboro. And another game that we're also watching, well, several other games actually that could be moved to Saturday due to some of the rain tomorrow. We're awaiting decisions on that. They're likely to come tomorrow afternoon. Right now, we'll take a quick pause, and we'll be right back as the WFCN News Game of the Week continues here on the Swinford Media Group.
Hi, I'm Tyler Young with the print shop here in Marion. We're on the square. We just got done doing some perforated vinyl here at Swinford Publications. So this is the vinyl that you can see out, but people can't see in, and it gives a nice little look and feel to a number of different kinds of businesses. So come see us at the print shop. We're at 1112 North Carbon, next to AutoZone behind Hardee's.
Philosophy of Legence Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them. We want to build relationships with our customers. We just don't want to do a transaction and it stops there.
Community banking is relationships. Legence Bank is relationships. There's so many customers that they are not a number, they are a customer, they are a relationship that's not only financial but personal.
Legence loves local.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride? I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis and proud owner of a Banterra Saluki Visa debit card. Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Span Field here in Christopher. It is time for our Watermark Auto Group Keys to the Game here on the Moreland-Bishop McDonalds pregame show. Garrett, what are we thinking about tonight for our keys to the game?
All right, for Christopher, I'm going to say finish off some drives. Finish them off. You got a guy that's passing 762 passing yards on the season. just 3 passing touchdowns to show for it. Seems like they've gotten the ball to move down the field. Just can't finish off the drives with some points. As for Sesser, play clean. Don't beat yourself. You're the better team. If you play like it, you shouldn't have issues. Don't give Christopher a reason to get in the ball game. They've played really good defense thus far. Good defense, you'll always be in the game. So, I mean, play clean. And Sesser, you'll be in great shape.
Yeah, I would agree. And tonight, as I mentioned, it is week 5. We're halfway through the football season here in Christopher. Next week, keep in mind, is a flex week for us. So we still have not came to a final decision of exactly what game we'll be doing next week. But we do have some ideas. Some possibilities are Benton at Nashville, DeCoin at West Frankfort, Carterville at Harrisburg, or Johnson City at Hamco, and several others as well that week, Garrett. But that's kind of something that we're going to kind of leave up to the fans to decide, and hopefully get a poll put out at some point this weekend. It might end up being a little bit later because of all the football delays we've had this week, but that's something we're going to kind of leave up to the fans. Week 7, we've got a big Franklin County bragging rights game as the West Frankfort Redbirds take on the Benton Rangers. Week 8 is the big Black Diamond rivalry we mentioned at Sesser, as the Johnson City Indians will be taking on the Sesser-Valier Red Devils that you'll see here in action tonight for the first time this season on the WFCN Game of the Week. And then week 9, once again, is a flex, and we are still going to leave it up to the fans and see what our football scores look like by that time of the season, Garrett.
Aaron, week 8 could be awesome. Both those teams could be 7-0 come that ball game, and that'd be a lot of fun. But Sesser's got to get there first, as does Johnson City. And this is a team at home, a team you're familiar with. Sesser-Valier on Christopher's behalf, and just find a way to stay in it and keep it competitive, and then take your shot late in the ball game. This is the WFCN Game of the Week. We'll be right back after a quick break.
Contact Kenya Garner for an auto quote today.
Hey, this is Michael Anderson, owner of Anderson Boys Trash Service. We are locally owned and operated. We are reliable and affordable. Weekly trash service. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I appreciate you, and my family appreciate the business. 618-925-1215, or you can check us out on Facebook at Anderson Boys Trash Service.
Introducing Deaconess Illinois Crossroads, Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, and Deaconess Illinois Union County. New names and a renewed commitment to your health while elevating healthcare standards for Southern Illinois. A new era of care begins now.
Black Diamond Harley Davidson presents Why I Ride.
Hi, I'm Les Ingram, and this is Why I Ride. I taught special education for 28 years. I haven't drank in 34 years. I needed something to relieve the stress, and the bike does it wonderfully. I've been riding 34 years. I currently have, through the Harley Owners Group, Ride 365, I have 649,607 miles. As a matter of fact, I don't want to go anywhere unless I'm traveling on the Harley.
Welcome back to the Moreland-Bishop McDonalds pregame show here on WFCN News, powered by the Swinford Media Group tonight. So far, the weather's holding up real good, and hopefully it stays that way. We're keeping our eyes on the weather, of course, this weekend. Garrett, we do have some players we're watching from both teams tonight. Both, obviously, Sesser, a quality team, and Christopher has some players we need to watch tonight as well.
Yeah, we touched on Landon Savita a little bit. He's second in Southern Illinois in passing yards for Christopher. Obviously, he needs to have a big game to have Christopher in this thing. And for Sesser, you could have picked a couple of guys, but I'll go with Jace Irwin. He's their leading rusher, 375 yards rushing at this point, and 3 touchdowns on top of it. I expect Sesser to run the ball quite a bit. They'll be able to throw it a little bit if they want as well, but I'll go with Irwin and Savita as the players to watch.
Okay, another thing that's new here as the Bearcats take the field here in Christopher is some upgrades to the complex, the sports complex here at Christopher. They haven't made any actual upgrades to the field just yet, but they have upgraded some of the surrounding area. They've re-blacktopped things, added new fences, and there's just a lot more exciting things to come here at a facility that has some age on it here in Christopher. So hopefully next time we're here, we might see some upgrades to the field as well, the press box, stuff like that. So they're working on a lot of different things here at Span Field in Christopher as the Sesser-Valier Red Devils also take the field. Garrett, really quickly also talk about the other game tonight that we have going on, Murfreesboro and Herrin tonight.
Yeah, that could be a fun one, right? Murphy's riding high after their first week when they lost it late in the game to Carbondale, but they're rocking and rolling. Herrin's looking for a win. And not just that one, we got some other really good ones around in our region. Benton's hosting Anna Jonesboro tomorrow. At least right now, we don't know when they're going to play, but Johnson City's hosting Flora. Marion's going to Cahokia. That could be a good one. Carterville's at St. Joe Ogden. West Frankfort, Nashville could be a great one, too.
All right, we're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. We'll be right back as the Moreland-Bishop McDonalds Why Would You Go, the Moreland-Bishop McDonalds pregame show continues here on the Swinford Media Group.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress is putting on the end of the summer sale. The temperature may be dropping, but our savings never will. With up to 25% off store-wide or get up to 72 months no interest. With queen mattresses starting at $179 and same-day delivery on most mattresses. Plus, we have all the best in American-made living room sets like these from England Furniture. Custom for you, fast by us. 30 days or less or it's free.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress.
Once upon a time, there was an angry man with a few sprigs of golden hair. They called him Tony No-Locks. Tony No-Locks wanted to find the perfect pre-owned motorcycle that was just right. So off he went to visit Black Diamond Harley-Davidson. So Tony No-Locks jumped on a pre-owned Road Glide at a great price. Ah, this is just right, he exclaimed. Find what is just right for you and your family at Black Diamond Harley-Davidson.
Welcome you back. The coaches at Crown Brew getting coffee.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
Welcome back to Span Field here in Christopher, Illinois, as the national anthem has just concluded, and we're just about ready for some Thursday night football here in the Route 148 football game tonight. I'm Aaron Price, joined alongside Garrett Smith and Drew Smith behind the scenes. Garrett, we talked a lot about the Sesser-Valier Red Devils and the strong season they've had so far. We talked about some players to watch as well. What are some things you expect to see here in the opening drive out of the Red Devils?
That's the beauty of it, Aaron. I have no idea. I've not watched Sesser all year, and I'm glad that I get to. It's something different. You always hear about their defense, so I'd like to see how their offense goes. And they definitely are able to throw it a little bit. They're able to run it. I'd like to see them establish a ground game, and then maybe that'll open up being able to throw the ball through the air.
Yep. All right, we're just about ready for kickoff here at Span Field. We thank you for joining us here on the WFCN News Game of the Week in Week 5 of high school football, and we're just about ready to get underway. It will be the Red Devils kicking off to the receiving Christopher Bearcats tonight.
Sesser-Valier with their red helmets, white top, maroon pants, and Christopher with the white lid and the all blue uniforms. Kick is off and is short. Rolls to around the 20 where it's fielded far sideline by Schlakey on the return. And he'll be out shy of the 30. And we'll see what Christopher does first drive. They could start and have the first crack at getting on the board here.
Yeah. Being first can be a good thing, especially in a football game, as it's
A lot of teams, they're a toss-up. Some of them want it first. Some of them want to defer to the second half. But if you do get it first, you might as well go down and take the lead first before the other team even sends their offense onto the field.
Ball will be spotted around the 28-yard line for Christopher.
Savita, he'll be the quarterback for Christopher. And backs to both sides of Savita. In the shotgun motion man from the left. And
Passes
there's a
it off
toss
to Butler.
dropped way behind the line and back near the 20 for a big loss on first down.
Ball's passed back to Landon Butler for CZR.
Yeah, he's a guy that you'll see big in the offense. He's up there in receiving leaders in the region, as is Schlakey. So a couple of options for Savita to get the ball to. 2nd and 18 from the 20. So a big 8-yard loss. The snap. And a quick handoff to running back Furlow. And that's going to be around the line. It's going to bring up 3rd and a long way to go. Mentioned that was Furlow on the carry. And talk about a guy that could do a lot. He's listed at 4 different positions on the roster here. Played tight end, fullback, and halfback on the offensive side, and he's in there as a linebacker defensively. 3rd and a long way to go. Sesser looking for a quick 3-and-out defensively. We might see Savita try to air it out now. And flag tossed. And that's going to be a jump defensively. So it'll make 3rd and long to a little bit shorter, but it's still going to be 3rd and 13. Savita. Receiver out to the right. Dropping back. Quick pass to Schlakey. And he's knocked out near the Christopher sideline. He'll gain about 5 or so. But it's going to be 4th down. And it'll be 4th and 8. Expect Christopher to send this one off. Being pinned back on their own side of the field.
That's what they will do with about 9:55 left here in the first quarter.
Noah Wilson boots it down. And it'll settle just around the 35, in between the 35 and the 34, on Sesser-Valier's side of the field. 9:44 left in quarter 1. With this day early, hour early start here on Thursday between Christopher and Sesser-Valier.
Yeah. Well, when a hurricane comes through, there's not much else you can do. I mean, I think it'd be wise for all the teams, especially that have grass fields, to look at alternative options, as it's expected to rain all day tomorrow. So glad they're able to get this in tonight here in Christopher.
Sesser starts things off. Going to be end around to the right. And gaining some yards will be Jace Irwin. First play from scrimmage is a positive one for the Red Devils. He'll get over half of the yards there on the set of downs. They'll give him 7. Looked like it may be around 5, but he ends up getting 7 yards.
Jace Irwin, one of those players to watch for the Red Devils at running back.
And Irwin will get it now left side. He has some breathing room. Gets past the 50 and knocked down around the 47 as they cross midfield. It's good for a First Southern Bank first down.
So we first down for the Red Devils at the 48-yard line, 47-yard line. Caden Hicks.
They get the direct snap, rolling off the right end, and not a whole lot.
It's brought down by the feet there around the 45-yard line, just shy of it.
Trying to something different, putting Hicks in the backfield, and didn't get a whole lot. It'll be a gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Ball be spotted at the 46-yard line.
Snap to Payne. He'll keep and look to get rid of it, and has his receiver. That's short. He's working left sideline, first down and plenty more. Kyan short on the receiving end of a First Southern Bank first down, out around the 25 of Christopher. Now they'll put it right at the 24. 7:20 to go, quarter 1. The Red Devils already getting close to the doorstep. Handoff to the fullback. That's Hicks, and he is going to waltz in for a Sesser-Valier touchdown, untouched. How about that start for Sesser-Valier, Aaron?
Yep, first touchdown of the game belongs to Caden Hicks for the Red Devils. Hicks, the 245-pound senior. The Red Devils prepare to go for the extra point here at Span Field. So they strike first with about 7 minutes left here in the first quarter.
And they're going to go for 2.
They're going for 2.
And they will get it pretty easily.
8-0 Sesser after the 2-point conversion. We'll be right back as the WFCN News Game of the Week continues here from Christopher.
Hi, Wildcat fans. I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you in writing with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
The philosophy of Legence Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them. We want to build relationships with our customers. We just don't want to do a transaction and it stops there.
Community banking is relationships. Legence Bank is relationships. There's so many customers that they are not a number, they are a customer, they are a relationship that's not only financial but personal.
Legence loves local.
We welcome you back to the WFCN News Game of the Week as there's a whistle on the field as Christopher will take over again.
Yeah, the
Sesser
kick went out of bounds, so they'll start at the 35.
Sesser just struck first in this game with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, that touchdown from Caden Hicks for the Red Devils.
Then it was Dawson Nutt who ran it in for the 2-point conversion, and both of those guys were untouched on the 24-yarder and then the 2-yarder.
As the rain's starting to pick up a little bit more here at Christopher.
Little rain won't hurt anybody, and I can say that comfortably from the booth where we're covered.
Right. It is a metal roof, though, so our fans at home might hear a little bit. We'll see. That sun is really beaming in, though. That's what you get with earlier games, though.
Well, Aaron, maybe whenever they redo this and maybe keep up with the renovations, we can get them to put the booth on the west side of the field and face back.
Yeah.
Instead of on the east side.
Yeah.
And we won't have to worry about it at all.
That's right.
Christopher looking for an answer. Savita has a motion man and instead hands it off to his back. A couple of yard gain.
Pretty good defense there from the Red Devils as the rain starts to come down a little bit harder here in Christopher.
That was Fletcher on the carry. It'll be second down.
Really coming down now. Here comes all the umbrellas. Might be looking out for a rainbow. We've already had 5 rainbows sent to us in the past 3 minutes, so they're out there tonight.
2nd and 8 from the Christopher 37-yard line. 6:20 to go in quarter one. Another handoff, and not a whole lot, maybe a yard or so on the carry. That was Furlow on the carry. You can really see the rain.
Oh, yeah, that sun. It's almost more rain than football field on our camera right now. Yeah, it does look like we've got some showers moving in from the east.
Big third down here for Christopher. See if they can move the sticks. Another man in motion. And another handoff up the middle. And going to be maybe a yard or so short of the first down. Fletcher could not get to the line to gain. Going to be 4th and 1 here.
If I'm Christopher here, I think I'd go for it.
Nearing midfield.
Yeah.
And so you're not super pinned back, but you figure Sesser's probably going to score quite a few times. So you're trying to stick with them and stay in it. 4th and 1 officially. Same set. And they'll go to their fullback, and that is going to be close. It might be short. Furlow on the carry, and the official marking, he was stood up at the line. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Wow. Yeah, when he first went for that, it looked like it might have been enough, but they were just able to kind of reverse his stance, and yeah, that hurts if you're CZR.
And he got hit right. I mean, on that contact, was stood up. Thought maybe the momentum would carry him to that line to gain, but could not get anything behind him. And Sesser takes over at the 4:44 mark in quarter one. Snap to Payne, handoff to his back. Off the right side and down the sideline, a flag is thrown.
Jace Irwin for the Red Devils.
Let's see if it's potential holding. We'll wait, and that is what it is, holding on Sesser. The long gain is coming back. It's a spot foul, so they'll move it 10 yards from where the hold occurred. And so that backs it up to the 49 of Christopher. Still first down, but a little bit longer to go.
15 yards to go for the Red Devils. 4:34 left here at the first. There's the snap.
A handoff to the fullback, and that's
He
Hicks.
gets through.
And he nearly stayed on his feet and was trying to go for touchdown number 2.
If he did, that might have been a touchdown.
But just as importantly, a big gain gets all those penalty yards back, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and short. We'll mark it 2nd and 3. CZR's 37. The handoff. Irwin right side, and it looks like he's got more than enough for a first Southern Bank first down, and Sesser moves the sticks pretty easily even after the holding penalty. The first down at the 30. They're moving at will, so it kind of goes back on Christopher deciding to go for it. They probably felt they really needed to at least keep their defense off the field. It just so happened that they couldn't pick up that 1 yard, and they got stood up. But
yeah,
even more important for their defense now to try to make a stand. Payne, end around, now left side Irwin, trying to break through a couple of would-be tacklers.
And he
He's
does.
on his
There
feet,
he goes.
and he's
That'll
to the
be a
goal line,
touchdown.
and he scores.
So it's the 2nd touchdown of the game for the Sesser-Valier Red Devils. Red Devils striking early here at Span Field with 3:03 left here in the first quarter. As the rain picks up again. Devils got nothing to lose, so they're going for the 2-point conversion, and they're not going to get it, as really good defense there from CZR. That was Trip Fletcher. And with that, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back as the WFCN News Game of the Week continues here from Christopher.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress is putting on the end of the summer sale. The temperature may be dropping, but our savings never will. With up to 25% off store-wide or get up to 72 months no interest. With queen mattresses starting at $179 and same-day delivery on most mattresses. Plus, we have all the best in American-made living room sets like these from England Furniture. Custom for you, fast by us. 30 days or less or it's free.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress.
Contact Kenya Garner for an auto quote today.
We welcome you back to Christopher and the WFCN News Game of the Week as the Bearcats are looking to put some points on the board here in the first quarter. It's been all Sesser so far, as here is the kick.
That fielded just shy of the 20. That's Schlakey. There's a flag thrown in. More times than not, that's going to be on the returning team. But we will await the announcement. But you would think that'd be moving Christopher back. And it is a legal block in the back. That'll move Christopher more towards the goal line.
So the ball will be around the, barely see. Wait and see here.
Looks like the 14-yard line. Got to get off the goal line now. I mean, penalty backs you up some. Svita, handoff, and getting out to the 17 or so was Fletcher. 2nd and 8.
Ball's at the 17-yard line for the Bearcats. With 8 yards to go, we got 2:12 left in the first quarter.
Svita, keeper, and toss out left to Schlakey. Trying to get an edge. He'll get some of the yards. But it's going to bring up another 3rd down.
That was a really nice fake there, Garrett. Had me kind of stumped.
I'm sure it did. Still going to be, fortunately for Sesser, they didn't have the defense stumped that much. It's just a couple of yards. It's going to be about 3rd and 6 upcoming. $1:59 on the game clock in quarter 1. 3rd and 6. Handoff. Working in the box and brought down short. It's going to be 4th down. Fletcher short again.
Red Devils defense is tough tonight, Garrett, for Sesser.
Yeah, that's tough. Running on these 3rd and mediums and asking a lot out of your running backs to try to pick all that up. It's going to be 4th and 3, and Christopher will have to punt the football. The rain has settled in. It's just somewhat steady, but not super heavy at this point. But probably expect a lot of this throughout the night.
Yeah.
And get used to it because it's staying for the weekend.
That's right.
Going to have a motion against the offense or maybe a delay of game. Regardless, it's on Christopher and they're backing up even further.
Clock's ticking here for the Bearcats. They're going to kick it. And that's a
return shy of the 50, right sideline, and knocked out of bounds on the sideline. The right sideline was short.
Knocked out around the 27, 28-yard line. 39 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Wilson got ran into on that punt as well. And
Mm-hmm.
no flag. Probably if he falls down and sells it a little bit more, he probably gets a penalty marker.
Yeah.
He's a big boy, and he stood up when he got hit. He's got to learn, hey, act a little bit and fall down.
Yep. So it looks like the Red Devils will be taking over around the 49-yard line. About 39 seconds left here in first half.
Hicks just won't go down, and he finally does, but it took about 5 or 6 Bearcats to get in his way.
Mm-hmm.
Bring up 2nd and short.
Found his way through half the team there on that play.
Mark it at the 41. Don't have to run a play here. 10 seconds. We'll see if they choose to. Payne, he's taking a look at the clock. And they will snap it. And it's on the ground. A dive for it. That's going to end the first. It's going to be 3rd down and yards to go in positive territory for Sesser-Valier. This is the game of the week, powered by Swinford Media.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride? I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis and proud owner of a Banterra Saluki Visa debit card. Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
Introducing Deaconess Illinois Crossroads, Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, and Deaconess Illinois Union County. New names and a renewed commitment to your health while elevating healthcare standards for Southern Illinois. A new era of care begins now.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress is putting on the end of the summer sale. The temperature may be dropping, but our savings never will. With up to 25% off store-wide or get up to 72 months no interest. With queen mattresses starting at $179 and same-day delivery on most mattresses. Plus, we have all the best in American-made living room sets like these from England Furniture. Custom for you, fast by us. 30 days or less or it's free.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress.
We welcome you back here to Christopher. It's the Route 148 football game. We've made our way to the second quarter. The Sesser-Valier Red Devils leading the CZR Bearcats 14-0. It'll be the Red Devils football here to begin the second quarter.
Already across midfield. And working off the right side, there goes the back on the sideline and pushed
Ooh,
towards the end zone.
Are they going to say it's...
They got him marked out a few yards
Yeah.
short. A big Jace Irwin first down, brought to you by First Southern Bank.
really close to being a touchdown there for the Red Devils, but CZR player able to push him out just short of the goal line.
He was pushed, and that propelled him forward into the end zone, but that foot did hit the sideline first. So a great start for the Red Devils in quarter two, just 11 seconds in. Already leading at 14-0. And the good thing about going for two, if you get it once and you don't the second, well, you're just at where you'd be with two PATs anyways.
Right.
And that's where Sesser sits as they split their PAT attempts. Off the left end and in for a score.
Dawson Nutt for the Red Devils.
He ran the two-pointer in first try, and now he's got this touchdown from 5 yards out.
That'll make it 20-0 Red Devils here in the second quarter. About 11 minutes left to go.
How about 3 rushing touchdowns and all from different guys? Hicks, Irwin, and Nutt all with a touchdown.
Red Devils showcasing a lot of their team tonight here in Christopher. That'll be close but short, I believe. Yeah, no good for the 2-point conversion on Jace Irwin, who's carrying the ball there. So it'll be the Bearcats football with 11:41 left to go.
And this is exactly what Sesser wanted. Try to get up early and, try to get a lead and see if Christopher's able to respond or not. This is a spot that both teams are familiar with. Sesser's been familiar with leading ball games this year, and they really don't give up very many points, so they've already put Christopher against a wall to begin this contest. Sesser set to send it away. Galloway to kick off. And it's booted short. That might go out of bounds. It does, and that's going to set it at the 35. It's a good thing for Christopher that it did go out of bounds.
Yeah.
Because Sesser about recovered it, and that would have been their possession.
Yep.
Instead, that'll, by default, go to the 35-yard line.
Rain continues to come down here in Christopher. Looks like we might be getting a little break from it here in a minute. 36-yard line.
The way those things work out, Aaron, we'll get a break at halftime and it'll pick up in the third.
Yeah, the second the whistle blows, it'll start pouring. Bearcats with the ball on the 36-yard line.
Savita, he'll go to his back and getting a couple of yards that time was Trip Fletcher. Not a whole lot. Sesser's been very good at containing the running game. And to this point, CZR's ran it quite a bit. And they've not had a whole lot to show for it. I'm going to say a gain of 2. One minute has run off the timer here in quarter 2. Another handoff, bouncing off the left side now and wrapped up and ripped to the ground was Schlakey.
That was Jackson Borda for the Red Devils.
Third and long, a big loss that time for Schlakey.
Nice job there by Borda. That brings them all the way back to the 31-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 15 with 10:30 left here in the second quarter.
Third and 15, and Christopher's getting very familiar with third down early on in this ball game. And
there's a whistle and a flag.
Might have been defensive offsides. It looked like one of the linemen was way over the line.
Mm-hmm.
And
that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, in the neutral zone, it's going to be 3rd down and 10 instead of 3rd and 15.
20-0 Red Devils with 10 minutes left here in quarter number 2. And we're ready to go.
Dropping back, looking to throw it, hitting his receiver.
That was as there's flags on the field, that was a short throw, but it worked out. But we'll have to see what these flags.
It did if your objective was just to catch it, but
right.
You're still well short of the line to get.
Right.
That's going to be on the offense. Sesser could opt to decline this if they wished. Ineligible downfield receiver. So it's now 3rd and 15. We're back to where Christopher just was before they got a lineman to jump. So we'll try it again. $9:25 left, quarter 2. It's been all Sesser-Valier in this ball game, 20-0.
15 yards to go for the Bearcats. We'll see if they can pull something off here to get the first down.
Svita rolls to the right.
Keep it again,
Looking
and he's throwing.
downfield, has a receiver, and going to get back to maybe the original line was Furlow. Still well short.
Yep.
4th and around 10 yards. Gain of 5, 4th and 10. And on comes the punting unit. Noah Wilson's been busy, and he's back to punt again. Low snap. He gets it, and Wilson somehow gets the punt off. It's not going to go a long way, but it's going to be more than him just trying to run with it. And he does get it across midfield.
Early across midfield. There's a flag on the field now. That was probably around the 48-yard line or so. Refs having to clean off that or dry off that football.
Yeah, they've been swapping
Yep.
a bunch of them in and out, so it gets difficult this time when it's just constant rain.
Mm-hmm. If games are played tomorrow, I think we'll see a lot of that.
So 7:54 left, quarter two. They got a personal foul against Christopher, so that's going to tack on 15 yards to start this Sesser drive.
$7:54 left to go here in quarter two as sun sets below the trees here in Christopher. It'll be at the 37-yard line for the Red Devils. Not much of a gain here, and the host of Bearcats.
Yeah, Irwin was able to elude a couple of guys, but that's what you need to see more out of Christopher, because it's showing that they're going to need a couple of guys to bring down a guy like Irwin or a guy like Caden Hicks, the big fullback who's been able to power for some runs. Group tackles, no one's going to get out of that. And great first down defensive play from Christopher. Second and right there at the line, 2nd and 10. Keeping it is the quarterback, Payne. Left side, got around one, and he's dropped down. 3rd and medium.
Gain of about 2 or 3 there on the play. Ball will be up to the 33-yard line for the Red Devils. 6:42 left to go here in the second quarter. Third and 6.
Toss in the backfield to the running back. That's Irwin. He's got space, and he's got more than enough for a First Southern Bank first down. Just a lot of open field for Sesser-Valier, and it's tough to give some of these good athletes that much space because they'll be able to get by a guy or two.
It's like Caden Anderson for Christopher. Hobbling a little bit after that play, and the ref's going to dry off another ball as the rain continues to fall here in Christopher. Ball's on the 18-yard line.
Payne is under center.
Flag on the field.
And they'll get a false start against Sesser-Valier. 5-yard penalty. Makes it 1st and 15.
I'll push the ball back to the 23-yard line.
So out of the red zone, at least for the moment. Payne goes
Hicks
to the fullback, and Hicks is going to be dropped behind the line.
Nice job there by the Bearcats. Getting a hold of Hicks pretty early. That'll make it 2nd down, and the ball is back to the 28-yard line.
And Aaron, that goes back to what I was saying. You know, first guy gets a hand on Hicks, and if you can hang on until you get secondary help, they showed up and they were able to drop him pretty quickly. 2nd and what do they got? 20.
Yep.
So A lot better defensive showing here this drive.
Yeah, I'd say best defense we've seen from the Bearcats so far in this game tonight, as there's about 4:38 left here in the second quarter, first half of play. There's the snap, hands off to Irwin.
Irwin's working left side. He's got space.
He's still going.
And he's going to bring up third and short, but he got a big chunk of those yards back.
After that, if you're the Bearcats, that's something you don't want to allow that many yards. But it will still be third down. We'll see where the ball is going to be spotted.
Got to be maybe 4 yards, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yep, third and 4.
That's a big gain. But, I mean, one stop here, you get fourth, and you make Sesser make a decision.
Yeah. Ball's on the 12-yard line for the Red Devils.
Hicks, not a lot of movement. I think he's going to be stood up a little bit short. It's going to be fourth down.
There's that decision you talked about, Garrett. That
I honestly think it's a pretty simple one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Go for it. You're way down here on your goal line. You don't really kick the ball anyways for PAT, so I'm not sure the kicking situation, but wouldn't think with the conditions you're going to kick here. 4th and 1, absolutely.
Yeah.
Try to pick this up. Payne might take it himself. Instead, it's end around to Irwin. Stood up in the backfield. He is going to be behind the line. So Sesser-Valier tries.
Bearcats defense is back, and it pays off for him on that play. That was 27.
Almost, Aaron.
John Jackson.
In my opinion, Aaron almost got a little too cute. I think you get under center and you just snap it and you go up the gut.
Yeah.
Nothing has. Christopher's not been able to prove that they can stop the run, at least not for 1 yard. But a little end around there, you got to hope for a guy to miss, and Christopher didn't miss.
A little bit too much went into that play for the Red Devils, and that'll be where the Bearcats take over on first down with 3 minutes and 1 second to go here in the first half. And it'll be a timeout for the Red Devils. With that, we'll take a quick break. The WFCN News Game of the Week continues here on the Swinford Media Group.
Black Diamond Harley Davidson presents Why I Ride.
Hi, I'm Les Ingram, and this is why I ride. I taught special education for 28 years. I haven't drank in 34 years. I needed something to relieve the stress, and the bike does it wonderfully. I've been riding 34 years. I currently have, through the Harley Owners Group, Ride 365, I have 649,607 miles. As a matter of fact, I don't want to go anywhere unless I'm traveling on the Harley.
Hey, this is Michael Anderson, owner of Anderson Boys Trash Service. We are locally owned and operated. We are reliable and affordable. Weekly trash service. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I appreciate you, and my family appreciate the business. 618-925-1215, or you can check us out on Facebook at Anderson Boys Trash Service.
Welcome back to the WFC News Game of the Week here from Christopher. We got 3 minutes left in the first half of play. Bearcats looking to answer. There's a throw, and it's over the head of Gage Schlakey. That'll bring up second down and 10 for the Bearcats.
And again, we go back to that fourth down. Sesser, made the right decision going for it. Because even though you don't get it, you try to, Christopher's backed up on their own 10. I mean, they got 90 yards to go. You're up 20-0. Obviously, you push it there and make Christopher do something they haven't done yet, which is move the football. And another thing, Christopher's not been able to get their passing game going at all. Trying to run it. Like you mentioned, Aaron, overthrown pass there from Savita.
Really short throw.
And just dropped out right, and plenty of space.
Gets through, though.
Right sideline, first down.
That'll
yardage
be
for
enough.
Trip Fletcher. That's a first Southern Bank first down.
Yep.
And that's another thing. You've got athletes on this team. Sometimes you just want to get them the ball and let them try to make a move. And that's exactly what Fletcher did there.
Bearcats still got plenty of time to do something and get on the board here before halftime. 2 minutes, 43 seconds left.
Yeah, and all 3 timeouts.
That's right.
Svita takes a snap, hands to his back. Fletcher, and he's dropped behind the line. Looked like maybe a bobble on the handoff. It looked like an awkward exchange. And he's dropped 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 13, 2:20 to go first half.
Ball spotted on the 22-yard line for CZR. Team has yet to score here so far. Here's the snap. Looks like they might throw it here. Maybe. Nope. It's going to be
he's looking to
quarterback
roll out,
keeper.
still looking for a receiver, and
Yep.
he's wanting to get rid of this ball, and finally does, and his receiver's just out of bounds, trying to hit him. Credit to the line. They held for a little bit of time there, and Svita was able to roll out right, and then he was able to roll back to the left. But defensive backs for Sesser-Valier really held strong. Receivers could not get open. And another thing that does is the timer stops. So Sesser-Valier could get the ball back with a decent amount of time left here in quarter 2.
$13 yards to go for CZR. It's going to be a false start on Sesser.
And encroachment on the defense. Third and 8. Christopher looking for a first down. Trying to keep the ball out of Sesser's offensive hands. Screen pass and wrapped up quickly was Fletcher. It's going to be 4th down.
We've seen tonight, Garrett, a lot of all of the throws from CZR have been relatively short throws. As it'll be 4th and 8 for the Bearcats.
Well, Aaron, I think it's pretty obvious as to why that would be that way. I mean, the weather playing a big factor.
Right.
Not easy to go downfield.
Yep.
And as I was saying, I think it's smart to try to just toss it to some of your athletes, your backs, and your receivers short, and let them try to do all the work. And we saw it succeed earlier with Fletcher. Just didn't happen that time.
It'll be the second time out of the game for the Red Devils. And with that, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here on WFCN News.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
Contact Kenya Garner for an auto quote today.
Welcome back to Span Field, home of the CZR Bearcats, as it's just about halftime. 20-0, Red Devils lead here tonight on a very wet Thursday night football game. It's the Highway 148 football game. Two Franklin County teams taking on each other this week.
And that was big. Christopher didn't even necessarily have to score. They just wanted to keep the ball away from Sesser's offense, but they got to give it up. And still over a minute left, and this goes straight towards the Sesser sideline where it's going to be down, and it's not even going to get to midfield. So plus starting field position for Sesser-Valier with 1 minute and 8 seconds and 1 timeout.
Sesser also gets the ball to start the second half of play. See if the Red Devils can add to their 20 points here with a little over 1 minute left in the first half. Not getting much of a break from the rain so far.
I told you what's going to happen.
It's going to
It's
stop
gonna
during
stop
halftime.
at halftime, and then it's going to start raining again in the second half. Irwin, left end. He's got some room. He's got a couple blockers, and he's got a first Southern Bank first down. So a very positive start to this Sesser drive, already leading at 20 zip. It's a minute before our John A. Logan halftime show. Knocked out. Gain of a couple. Timer stops at 54 seconds.
7 yards to go for the Red Devils. About 54 seconds left. Ball's on the 32. Here's the snap. Looks like they're going to throw it. It's going to be a long throw, and it is intercepted by CZR. That's Gage Schlakey.
Both sides of the ball. He's still in and finally knocked out.
That's going to be knocked out around the 37-yard line. Big interception there for the CZR Bearcats. No flags on the field, and they got 41 seconds to get on the board before the end of the half.
Yeah, that's a big floater, and the problem with that is if it's not in the exact spot you want it, you run that risk. And Schlakey did not miss that opportunity to haul that in, and a good return, too, to pick up 30 yards or so on the return.
3 timeouts still left for the Bearcats as well. Here's the snap.
Sveda rolls out right. He's looking downfield. He launches to his receiver, and if it wasn't for Butler getting a hand on it, that one would have been picked off.
Yep.
Butler almost had to play DB, even though they're on offense.
Mm-hmm. And considering the conditions, I mean, that was a really good throw. But just a little bit over the head there of Landon Butler.
I think both guys on both ends of that probably blame it on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Sveda's going to say, I overthrew him, and then Butler's going to say, I probably could have gotten to that one.
Right. 36.2 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 for the Bearcats after a big interception. Here's the snap.
Sveda's going to drop back and look to throw again. Plenty of time in the pocket. He will roll out left and finally just get rid of it. Throw it into the bench. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. And the O-line gave Sveda plenty of time. Just couldn't find an open receiver. 3rd and 10. Timer stops at 23 seconds.
Third down for the Bearcats. Ball still on the 43-yard line.
Sveda gets the snap. Gets rid of it quickly, and Fletcher was anticipating a hit, I think, and it went through his hands. 4th down, 20 seconds left in the first half. And we've got a timeout called. This one by Sesser-Valier. 20 seconds left in the first half. This is the WFCN Game of the Week, powered by Swinford Media Group.
Introducing Deaconess Illinois Crossroads, Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, and Deaconess Illinois Union County. New names and a renewed commitment to your health while elevating healthcare standards for Southern Illinois. A new era of care begins now.
We want to help students when they come right out of high school, but we're also here for the adults. After high school, I went to my local community college, and after my first semester, realized that I wasn't quite ready to go to college. And I went back to work in construction for roughly about 15 years. And at the same time, I took classes at community college. It's this idea that you can go back to school at any time for anything, and that's what a community college does for you. That's what Johnny Logan does for you.
Welcome back to the WFCN News Game of the Week here from Spanfield and Christopher. 20 seconds left to go here in the first half of play. Red Devils lead at 20-0 as the rain begins to calm down a little bit. But
And Christopher's offense on the field, 4th and 10.
Yep.
Spida drops back in the pocket. Now tries getting out of it, and he's wrapped up and brought down. That's a sack.
Now, Sesser has 13.6 seconds to...
Mason Harmon brings him down. Turnover on downs. 13 and a half seconds left. So Sesser's got 0 timeouts. They've got to go 40 yards. So the decision there by Christopher to go for it makes sense when you think about Sesser with no timeouts and not a whole lot of time left on the clock.
I would agree.
You would like to see the ball get out, though, because it's going to be a turnover even if the ball's incompleted or picked off. Taking a sack's probably the worst thing there. At least try to fling it down there and see if you can get a catch or draw a penalty.
40 yards to work with and 13 seconds to work with for the Red Devils before the half.
That's Hicks working off the right side. He gets out to the 35, and that's going to end the first half. Sesser-Valier 20, Christopher Ziegler-Royalton 0. The Red Devils on top.
And we'll have the Johnny Logan College Why Will You Go Anywhere Else halftime show coming your way. You're watching the WFCN News Game of the Week, powered by the Swinford Media Group.
Hi, I'm Tyler Young with the print shop here in Marion. We're on the square. We just got done doing some perforated vinyl here at Swinford Publications. So this is the vinyl that you can see out, but people can't see in, and it gives a nice little look and feel to a number of different kinds of businesses. So come see us at the print shop. We're at 1112 North Carbon, next to AutoZone behind Hardee's.
Philosophy of Legence Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them. We want to build relationships with our customers. We just don't want to do a transaction and it stops there.
Community banking is relationships. Legence Bank is relationships. There's so many customers that they are not a number, they are a customer, they are a relationship that's not only financial but personal.
Legence loves local.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride? I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis and proud owner of a Banterra Saluki Visa debit card. Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
Hi, Wildcat fans. I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you in writing with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
Philosophy of Legence Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them. We want to build relationships with our customers. We just don't want to do a transaction and it stops there.
Community banking is relationships. Legence Bank is relationships. There's so many customers that they are not a number, they are a customer, they are a relationship that's not only financial but personal.
Legence loves local.
Black Diamond Harley Davidson presents Why I Ride.
Hi, I'm Les Ingram, and this is why I ride. I taught special education for 28 years. I haven't drank in 34 years. I needed something to relieve the stress, and the bike does it wonderfully. I've been riding 34 years. I currently have, through the Harley Owners Group, Ride 365, I have 649,607 miles. As a matter of fact, I don't want to go anywhere unless I'm traveling on the Harley.
Hey, this is Michael Anderson, owner of Anderson Boys Trash Service. We are locally owned and operated. We are reliable and affordable. Weekly trash service. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I appreciate you, and my family appreciate the business. 618-925-1215, or you can check us out on Facebook at Anderson Boys Trash Service.
We welcome you back to Span Field here in Christopher for the John A. Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show. Sesser-Valier Red Devils currently up against the Bearcats 20-0 here at Span Field. We want to take some time out to thank just some of the sponsors that make our broadcast possible here on the Swinford Media Group. They include Watermark Auto Group, John A. Logan College, Legence Bank, Deaconess, Illinois, Banterra Bank, The Print Shop, Anderson's Furniture and Mattress, Anderson's Trash Service, State Farm Insurance, the Kemper CPA Group, and Moreland-Bishop McDonalds. We also thank our other sponsors, including Black Diamond Harley Davidson and the John A. Logan College and Crown Brew Coffee. So we thank you for your sponsorship as the rain begins to come down really hard here at the half. In Christopher, Garrett, we have one other game going on tonight in Southern Illinois. Tell us about that game. Do we have a score update from that yet?
Aaron, it didn't. It has not started. It was originally a 7:15 start tonight. So last time I looked, they're still going to try to get it going. They weren't going to start till 7:15. So we'll see if that happens.
As
But
the rain is
that's Herrin,
yeah.
Herrin at Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
But we'll try to pull something together and get you some scores, or at least a schedule of games that are anticipated to be played. But real quick, I want to get you your scoring recap brought to you by Kemper CPA. In quarter number one, at the 7:09 mark, a 24-yard touchdown run to make the score 8-0. Was run in by Caden Hicks. The 2-point was successful. At 3:07 left in the first, a 30-yard touchdown run from Jace Irwin. 2-pointer no good, make it 14-0. And then at the 11:41 mark in quarter two, 5-yard touchdown run from Dawson Nutt. Again, no 2-point conversion. But Aaron, Sesser got that score real quick in the second, 19 seconds in. But then essentially it was a full quarter of Christopher not letting them get into the end zone.
Right. Yeah, it was. I think the Bearcats, another thing we've been dealing with a lot tonight is when you're throwing that ball, it's so wet outside that it's hard to get the ball very far. But I think considering what the score is right now, the Bearcats have done a pretty decent job of at least making some short passes and getting it down the field as far as they can. So, yeah, that's something I think the Bearcats have had a strength with tonight. But playing against a team as good as Sesser-Valier is, if you're the Bearcats, I think you learn a lot. I mean, like we mentioned in the beginning at our in our Moreland-Bishop McDonalds halftime show, is the Bearcats have already they've had a good game or two in the early season against Flora. They put up over 20 points and actually only lost that game by 3. So if they have the right stuff, they can play right when they need to. But I think playing up against a team as good as Sesser-Valier really is a test for them to see what they can work on as they go a little bit later on into the season, Garrett.
Yeah, it's tough. You play pretty good quality teams every week. Had opportunities in the season at Flora. I mean, how about that? I mean, you go to Flora and to Red Hill. Those are not fun drives. That's been
Right.
your road games. You go to Johnston City because your field wasn't. They didn't get enough progress done on some of the renovations. They weren't able to play at home. They had to go to Johnston City. That really has not helped Christopher. 2 tough drives. Then you go play a real good team week 1. You're not where you want to be, trailing 20-0. But like you're saying, I mean, it takes time, and this is a team that didn't win any ball games last year.
Right.
But I give them credit. I give Christopher credit. They want to play.
Mm-hmm.
They easily could have had Vienna Goreville on there, and that would have counted as a forfeit. But they replaced it with Red Hill. They played a game. They didn't take the forfeit. A lot of props to a team that will do that, especially when they're struggling to find wins.
Yeah. Yep. Once again, the only other game tonight that we're keeping an eye on, as we mentioned just a little bit ago, was the Herrin Murfreesboro game. That has yet to start, but also real quick, I want to talk about some of the other games we got going on. I mean, I know normally during our halftime show, Garrett, we go over scores. There's just no scores to go over tonight because of the way things worked out this week. But go ahead and I guess run us through some of the games we got coming up preliminarily scheduled for tomorrow, Garrett.
Well, if you'll bear with me and give me a second here, I'll try to help you out. But a couple of the regional games we got. Carterville, they're heading to St. Joe Ogden. As Aaron mentioned, Herrin is at Murfreesboro this evening. Johnston City, they host Flora. Marion heads to Cahokia. Benton will host Anna Jonesboro. West Frankfort will host Nashville. See some other. Let's see. Centralia will play Carbondale. I think Centralia will be at home.
Mm-hmm.
DuQuoin and Pinckneyville will play. Harrisburg and Massac County will play. Mount Vernon plays a team from Akron, Ohio this week. That's kind of odd, but you expect, you play a team like that, probably expect them to be pretty good if they're willing to play some out-of-state competition.
Yeah.
But,
did you mention Marion yet? Yeah, Marion, they play at
Hamco, El Dorado.
Yeah.
Marion's at Cahokia on Marion Star if you want to check that one out on their Facebook page.
Yeah, and that's, preliminarily scheduled for tomorrow. So that'll be over on the Marion Star. Also, still working to see if we can maybe possibly bring you another game tomorrow night, depending on how things work out and what is delayed and what isn't. We might be able to do that. If so, that will most likely be the Johnson City Indians or possibly the Benton Rangers. We're not sure yet, but likely the Indians.
And we're going to figure out who we're covering next week. I know we haven't set what we're going to do. I know we're considering making it open to the viewers.
Yeah. I think we will. I think it's just going to be a little tough to get it out. I mean, we said we're going to put it out Saturday, but obviously we might end up, because of the rain this weekend, seeing some games, maybe pushed even longer than that. So we're just going to have to wait and see. I think once every game is concluded this week, that'll be something that we're able to get out and get done. But also, I wanted to mention we would like to take a look at the Johnston City Indian again. They play? Flora tomorrow, correct? Yeah, they play the Flora, and that's a team that we also mentioned that CZR played, and they had I'd say their best game of the season so far against Flora. So we could potentially see that team tomorrow. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. But we're going to have a little bit more coming up as the Johnny Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show continues here on the Swinford Media Group.
Presented by Swinford Media Group. Get ready for a WFCN Game of the Week. Powered by our incredible sponsors. Watermark Auto Group. John A. Logan College. Black Diamond Harley Davidson. Moreland-Bishop McDonalds. Deaconess Illinois Medical Center. Chick-Fil-A, coming soon to Marion. Anderson's Furniture and Mattress. The Illinois Army National Guard. Legence Bank. Kemper CPA Group. The City of Herrin. The City of Sesser. Banterra Bank. Fellowship of Christian Athletes. The Bank of Herrin. State Farm Kenya Garner. SIU Credit Union. SouthernTrust Bank. The Print Shop at Pieces of Learning. First Southern Bank. Anderson Boys Trash Service. State Bank of Whittington. Urology Institute.
All right, we welcome you back to Christopher as the WFCN News Game of the Week continues here on the Swinford Media Group. We're at halftime, and the Sesser-Valier Red Devils lead the CZR Bearcats 20-0. Garrett, we talked a little bit before the break about some other games coming up this week around the region. As the rain continues to fall here in Christopher, I guess another thing we can briefly talk about is, I guess, some college football. Salukis are on the road this week up at South Dakota. Is that correct?
Yeah, sounds great. You know, they started a kid last week, first collegiate start, growing pains, but ended up they had to throw the ball a lot, so he ended up with a lot of passing yards in that ball game, well over 300.
Mm-hmm.
But they got their work cut out for them because the Missouri Valley Football Conference is very stout. A lot of good teams, and South Dakota is no slouch.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the Salukis will be underdogs in that ball game.
Yeah. This past weekend was the War for the Wheel game in Carbondale. We were over there covering that.
And we got to mention the Illini, Aaron. I mean, undefeated,
Mm-hmm.
ranked 19th in the nation. They're going to Penn State, battle of unbeatens for a primetime game, and Illinois first 4-0 start in quite a long time.
Yeah. Talking about high school football again, we got 148 or maybe more than that left here in halftime. As the CZR Bearcats are looking to get on the board, Garrett, I guess if Obviously, the Red Devils get the ball to begin the second half of play. But I guess if you're the Bearcats, after that first drive by Sesser, I guess what are you thinking? What are you doing to be able to at least get something on the board here?
It starts with that first drive. Defensively, it's all about momentum. Try to get a quick one. If you can do that, then you can try to build off what you had there late in the second quarter, which you started to move the ball. You had a couple penalties mixed in there, had a couple big positive plays. A quick stop is a must. Or if you get, you're on your heels real quick, Sesser's just going to keep at you, and then it just makes it that much tougher to bounce back. I think a quick 3 and out, or only allowing maybe 1 first down here, very vital for Christopher.
Yep. All right, it's the Johnny Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show. We'll have more football coming your way after this quick break. Stay tuned.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
All right, welcome back to the WFCN News Game of the Week. Getting ready for another half of football here at CZR. CZR has yet to get on the board so far here tonight. And it'll be the Red Devils receiving the ball to begin the third quarter.
And it will be Schlakey back to open this second half as a kickoff.
Not a good kick there. And that'll be right around midfield. That'll be where the Red Devils take over.
Yeah, I would think they're trying to catch them off guard there, and you're trying to recover the ball. And but Sesser's on top of it. Never doubt that they jumped on top of it real quick and start with great field position.
So the ball will be right in the middle of the field at the 50-yard line. That'll be where the Red Devils take over.
Hand off Aaron, and he is not going to be caught until down inside the 5.
Even
my goodness, and he's got a burst of speed there on that sideline. And once he gets downhill, downhill running when you're going just on a straight line, and man, he gets from point A to point B pretty quickly.
Yeah, Jace Irwin with a 45-yard run there for the Red Devils, and that'll put them in a good spot with just 4 yards to go. It'll be on the 4-yard line, so it'll be a 46-yard run for Irwin.
And it makes me feel good picking him as Sesser's key player to watch. So
yeah, definitely. And he's still a junior, too. 5'8" running back.
And a 4-yard touchdown run from Caden Hicks. They scored quickly in the second. They've scored quickly here in the third.
One thing, and I mean, if you look back at the very beginning of the game, the Red Devils also answered very quick to begin the game, and they've answered very quick to begin the second half. Looks like they're going to go for the 2-point conversion here. Hands off to Irwin, and he is in for an extra 2 points. That'll make it 28-0. Sesser will take a quick break. We'll be right back as the WFCN News Game of the Week continues here from Span Field.
We want to help students when they come right out of high school, but we're also here for the adults. After high school, I went to my local community college, and after my first semester, realized that I wasn't quite ready to go to college. And I went back to work in construction for roughly about 15 years. And at the same time, I took classes at community college. It's this idea that you can go back to school at any time for anything, and that's what a community college does for you. That's what Johnny Logan does for you.
Contact Kenya Garner for an auto quote today.
Welcome back to the WFCN News Game of the Week here from Span Field. Sesser able to answer quickly to begin the second half of play, and CZR still looking to get on the board here. We still got 11:44 left in the third quarter. Here's the
Galloway
kick.
sends it down the field. And that's Butler, who gets knocked out around the 35.
Might hire you on as a meteorologist, Garrett, because you said, the rain was going to kind of quit during halftime. It didn't completely quit, but it really let up a lot, and just going to get heavier from here, it looks like, based off radar.
Sounds good. Send me a paycheck.
34-yard line is where the ball is spotted.
Svita in the shotgun. And delayed handoff and going nowhere was Fletcher. A loss of a couple there.
13 yards to go. Here's the snap. He's going to throw
towards the left.
And it's loose, and it is. Whew. Looks like we're going to have to wait and see here, but it looks like it might have been. Let's see whose hands it is. Whew. The fumble was recovered by the Red Devils. Stuff like that can definitely cost you tonight, Garrett.
Had some laundry out there, but they're just going to decline it. It was offensive holding. Sesser takes over.
That ball, honestly, in the realm of things, was loose for a good bit as well.
Perfect start to this second half for one side, and that means for the other side, been disastrous in terms of defense, and now you're coughing it up early on your first drive.
So it's Red Devils with the ball the second time here in the third quarter, and we still got over 10 minutes to go. It's Irwin. He's past the 40, nearly brought down past the 30 now, and he'll be taken down around the 25-yard line. There's a flag on the play. See what's going to go on.
Yeah, it might have been a flag after.
Yeah.
And it looks to be that way, and it's going to be on Christopher.
So that'll put, after a good run by Irwin, that'll put the Red Devils around the, looks like around
the Red Devils in the
13.
In the red zone now.
14-yard line.
This is Borda. He'll keep rolling left. He's got space, nearing the goal line, and knocked out just shy. Good quarterback keeper from Borda. And he got awful close.
First and goal for the Red Devils. They're up to the 2-yard line now, looking to tack on to that score after a very quick touchdown to begin the second half. Flag on the play.
So first and goal, and it's going to be backed up 5 yards. Put it at the 7.
Illegal motion on the Red Devils. 10:21 left here in the third quarter. All right.
Borda. And we've got a flag again. Coming in from the secondary, and that's a delay of game. So 5 more yards. They were at the 2-yard line. 2 5-yarders puts them at the 12-yard line on back-to-back. What would be plays there? Penalties for Sesser. They had it rolling, and now they get back on the same page.
It'll be good for a touchdown for the Red Devils. That was number 29, I believe, Dawson Nutt.
That's Nutt who he got that handoff and took it right up the middle. He came in from the left side, and they got backed up a couple times, but he made it look easy there.
Yeah. So it'll be 2 touchdowns for the Red Devils, and we're not even under 10 minutes. A lot of action so far from the Red Devils to begin this second half.
Kind of similar, Aaron, to what we saw last week, where we saw a couple different times where teams scored within like a minute of each other.
Right. When they score, they all want to do it within 3 minutes.
There's a couple of big plays, too. Keeping it is Borda, and he's got an angle, and he's in for the 2-pointer.
Nice job there by Borda, just able to kind of merge his way around a couple players to safely get in there for the extra 2 points. That'll make it 36-0, Red Devils up. You're watching the WFCN News Game of the Week here on the Swinford Media Group.
Hi, I'm Tyler Young with the print shop here in Marion. We're on the square. We just got done doing some perforated vinyl here at Swinford Publications. So this is the vinyl that you can see out, but people can't see in, and it gives a nice little look and feel to a number of different kinds of businesses. So come see us at the print shop. We're at 1112 North Carbon, next to AutoZone behind Hardee's.
Welcome back to the WFCN News Game of the Week here from Span Field and Christopher. It's been all Red Devils this game, and it's been all Red Devils this quarter so far, but CZR is getting another opportunity here as the kick is passed.
It looked like it actually deflected off the hands of one of the
Yeah.
Bearcats, so that last line of the Bearcats, one of their return men able to jump on it, or else that could have been another terrible outcome. But they will have it around the 29.
Rain started to come down heavier again here at Span Field. Still waiting on to see if that game has gotten started over in Murfreesboro tonight. Not seeing any updates thus far, but we'll have to check and see. That won't be a gain of much at all for the Bearcats. 10 minutes on the clock. That'll make it second down. 9 yards to go for the Bearcats. It's a gain of 1. Here's the snap. And
Up the middle, a couple of yards that time, but not a whole lot. I think that was Furlow again.
Yep.
Third down. And those third downs come quickly when you can't develop a run game, and that's where Christopher's at right now.
Third and 5 for the Bearcats. It's not going to be enough. There is a flag on the play, however.
Yeah, it looked like there was one near where the play ended, and then there's one on the far sideline.
It'll be a personal foul on the Red Devils.
And we got another official coming in. Might have a offsetting ones, I'm not sure. It's going to be 4th and short. Now they're getting together, and they might have offsetting penalties. It's going to be offsetting penalties. So basically nothing. Offsetting.
3 penalties on that play.
And 2 on Sesser, 1 on Christopher. Those offset.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bearcats at the 49-yard line. $8:10 left to go here in quarter 3 of play.
So however you can get it, you'll take it. And Christopher ends up with a first down and a good positive first down run.
Almost got to another first down. I'd say that's about an 8-yard gain.
For Fletcher.
Should be second and about 3 or 4. Second and 2. So a good 8-yard run there. Here's the snap. He's going to keep it again. That'll be
a little short, I would think.
Yeah, it was close, but
might
still have a yard to go.
It's like the knees were down, and it's about a yard short, a little less than a yard. So 3rd and a little under 1 here.
Yep.
Here's the snap and the handoff. And did he get it last effort? Doesn't look like it, at least not from this spot. It's going to be 4th down. Thought maybe a second effort helped. But just inside the 40, we'll bring up 4th and a very, very short 1.
Six minutes to go here in the third quarter of play. It is 36-0 Red Devils. 1 yard to go. Will they get it? He's going to keep it, and they've got that 1 yard.
And
he's keeping on going. Ceveda's past the 20. He's past the 10. That'll be a touchdown for Ceveda. So the Bearcats are on the board for the first time this evening. Rain's really starting to come down now here in Christopher. 36-6 with 5:36 left to go here in the third quarter. Here's the snap. They're going to go for 2 points, and that's going to be Trip Fletcher.
Yeah, he just ran into a wall and it was wrapped up, and an unsuccessful 2-point conversion attempt.
Either way, the Bearcats get themselves on the board here in the third quarter. We'll have more football coming your way right after this quick break. You're watching the WFCN News Game of the Week.
Hey, this is Michael Anderson, owner of Anderson Boys Trash Service. We are locally owned and operated. We are reliable and affordable. Weekly trash service. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I appreciate you, and my family appreciate the business. 618-925-1215, or you can check us out on Facebook at Anderson Boys Trash Service.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
Welcome back. It's the WFC News Game of the Week, powered by the Swinford Media Group. Christopher Bearcats just got on the board for the first time this game. It's 36-6 here in the third quarter. And the Red Devils are back deep to receive.
Sesser's going to recover it pretty easily as Christopher again trying to kick onside, and just doesn't work. That's kind of what they have to go for right now, trailing by this many points.
So the Red Devils will take over 1st and 10 at the Bearcats' 49-yard line.
Payne back in there. He hands it off to his back, Irwin.
Put the ball around the...
A good positive gain on first down.
So we might have a quick injury timeout, maybe. Nope. Irwin was down for a split second, but he's back up now. A little over 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. It'll be on the 43-yard line for the Red Devils.
2nd and 4. Payne gets the snap, goes to his back, Nutt, and that's enough for a First Southern Bank first down. He'll move the chains. Aaron, we've had 6 scores in this ball game, and all via the run.
Yeah. Yes.
Not surprising with the weather.
No, I'd agree there, and that's not going to be. Well, might be just enough.
It'll be about a yard.
Ooh, close though.
That's going to be 2nd and 9.
The 35-yard line with 9 yards to go for the Red Devils.
Payne with a man to his right, and that's Nutt. He gets the handoff. The power forward for some positive yardage. He's going to be shy of the 30, and it's going to bring up 3rd and medium.
I don't believe the Herrin-Murphy game is being played. I'm not seeing any score updates for that. That looks like it's either been delayed or maybe even postponed for some reason.
Well, I'll do my best.
Well.
I'll try to check with my inside source,
Okay.
Aaron, and try to see what the deal is over there.
3rd and 5 for the Red Devils. Ball's on the 31. Here's the snap. That'll be enough for, nope, almost. But just shy. A yard or two for the Red Devils. 1 yard. And we talked about earlier, Garrett, about the 4th and 1 for the Red Devils, something that they'd usually go for. It's 1 yard. And that's what they'll do.
Yeah, I think you definitely go for it here.
And they get it. That'll be enough for
That's their fullback.
First Southern Bank first down. A little over 2 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ball's on the 22-yard line.
And my source says it's 8-0 Murfreesboro late in the 1st.
So they are playing in Murfreesboro. It's not to say they have a turf field, so I wouldn't see too much of a delay. I mean, it might be.
There's an end around to Irwin.
It might be
down at the 15.
Might be pouring down even heavier over there than it is here, but turf fields are always a good thing over to have over grass, especially when we have something like this going on. It'll be a gain of 7, 2nd and 3.
And they announced it over the speaker. I mean, maybe you ought to hire me on as a reporter too. That official score, 8-0 Murphy over Herrin.
That is over the head, but he was able to retrieve it.
Yeah, that was Hicks. And fortunate to even keep possession. As time's winding here on the 3rd quarter.
Close call there for the Red Devils.
40 seconds left. As you can see, Bearcat football scoreboard, upper right portion of your screen where that time is winding. Third and 11. Now they'll say 12. 3rd and 12. So we're down to 10 seconds. Play clock under the game clock, so they got to go after it. Here's a pass and falling out of bounds on the catch. Gain of a couple, but it's going to be 4th down. The pass was completed to short.
Big gain of 5 at the 19-yard line. But just not enough as looks like we're drying off the football again as the rain continues to fall here at Span Field. All of 3.1 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter.
4th and 8. Payne rolls to the right. Has a man. That is going to be completed.
That's Wilmore. Kyler Wilmore.
That is more than enough for a 1st down, brought to you by First Southern Bank. And that's the end of play here in the 3rd. Sesser-Valier 36, Christopher Ziegler-Wilton 6. This is the WFCN Game of the Week, powered by Swinford Media Group.
Hey, this is Michael Anderson, owner of Anderson Boys Trash Service. We are locally owned and operated. We are reliable and affordable. Weekly trash service. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I appreciate you, and my family appreciate the business. 618-925-1215, or you can check us out on Facebook at Anderson Boys Trash Service.
Hi, I'm Tyler Young with the print shop here in Marion. We're on the square. We just got done doing some perforated vinyl here at Swinford Publications. So this is the vinyl that you can see out, but people can't see in, and it gives a nice little look and feel to a number of different kinds of businesses. So come see us at the print shop. We're at 1112 North Carbon, next to AutoZone behind Hardee's.
Welcome back to the WFCN News Game of the Week. We're in the final quarter of play.
And there's the big man, and he falls forward and in. That's a touchdown for Caden Hicks from 8 yards out. Hicks is in for the third time today.
Hicks, the 6-foot tight end senior for the Red Devils football team. 42-6 here in the fourth quarter.
Listed as a tight end, but he has been their fullback here today.
Yep. Ooh.
And he's got to the lines. That's all that matters. As Payne was hit, but he had already crossed the goal line. Successful 2-point conversion makes it 44-6. Sesser's offense, no issues here today. And we mentioned Hicks has scored it 3 times. Nutt has run it in twice. Irwin with a touchdown back in the first. And Saveda on a 4th and short, the 40-yarder for Christopher's lone score. 11:53 left from Sesser moving to 5-0.
Red Devils having a very good season. Once again, one of those favorites in the Black Diamond Conference. It'll be a short kick, and nice job there.
That's Schlakey with a really good return. He's finally brought down around the 30.
Big gain there for Schlakey from CZR. $11:42 left here in the fourth quarter, going on about 2 hours in this game. A very wet Thursday night football game here in Franklin County.
And off Fletcher, he's got an opening, and he's finally knocked down after a First Southern Bank first down right up the middle. Good gain for Fletcher.
CZR, at least on this play, starting to find a little bit of their rhythm. It looks like we might. No, we're not. But yeah, they're finally might be finding something here on this play. Fourth quarter is always not the time you want to find your momentum, but it's something.
Yeah, you'd like to just have that fourth quarter where you're building on it. That's something that you've had the entire game, but
right.
Better late than never, as they say. That was Furlow with a gain. Second down, and where do they have it spotted?
I'm not sure. He just said it was on the 10-yard line.
That's where
Yep.
it looks like, on the 10. Not a whole lot here. Fletcher that time with the carry. And that backed him up.
3rd and 5 for the Bearcats. Ball's going to be spotted at the 12-yard line.
Svita keeps it. He's rolling out left, looking for an opening, and he's dropped. It's going to be 4th down. 4th and short by a couple of yards.
Good solid tackle there.
Yeah, that was kind
by
of short.
Yeah.
Who knocked him down. 4th and 3. This is where Christopher scored their first touchdown. It was on a 4th and short. 40-yard burst from Sveta. That's who's in the shotgun. He gets it and hands it off. And Fletcher with the carry.
It's going to be close.
And it looks like they're moving the chains.
Yep, that'll be good for a First Southern Bank first down for the Bearcats. 1st and goal for CCR.
They go to Fletcher again, and he stays up quite a bit through some contact. He'll gain a couple more. We got 8:45 left.
Fletcher's able to find his way through some of the Red Devils. It looks like we'll have a possible injury here on the field, and it will be an injury timeout. Looks like it might be a quick injury timeout, though. $8:38 left here in the 4th quarter. Injured Red Devils player.
And Aaron, real quick, while we got a break. 9:27 left, quarter 2, and it's all Murfreesboro left, 22-0 on Herrin.
Murfreesboro Red Devils, another.
And one of them scores there, Aaron, real quick.
Mhm.
A 45-yard punt return
Really?
for a score for Jeremiah Vaughn. So Murphy off and running as they've won 3 in a row.
Yeah. Murfreesboro, another quality Southern Illinois team. Got to keep an eye on in the postseason. As are the Red Devils, who we're seeing tonight.
As are the other Red Devils.
Yeah, the Red Devils and the Red Devils. Yep. Both.
Good chance those are the 2 victors this evening.
Yep. Those are the two of the best quality teams, I'd say, in Southern Illinois right now when it comes to football. 3rd and goal from the 5. 7:45 left here in the 4th quarter of play.
They'll try Fletcher again, and he's going to be short. Fourth down. 4th and goal from the 5. You'd like to score here if you're Christopher. I know you're not going to come back and win this ball game, but you score there in the 3rd, come off a momentum that you had last period. A nice big run from your quarterback. Score here again. You scored a couple of touchdowns last week. Try to build off something before you head to Carmi White County next week. Sveda throws it out right. It's incomplete, and even if it were caught by Anderson, he would have been hit immediately. It's going to be a turnover on downs with 6:40 left in the ball game. Sesser up 44-6.
Air's definitely starting to cool off outside here tonight. First guy here was still stuffy, but that rain-cooled air is certainly moving into the area. Have to wait and see what games are able to be played tomorrow. Be sure to, once again, stay tuned to our Facebook page. We'll have updates on which games are being moved and which will be played tomorrow. Have those posted as soon as we can up on the WFCN News Facebook page.
And credit to those in charge of moving this game, but we got a big run here from Borda, and he might not be caught. He's trying to go the length of the field. Defender to knock him down a few yards short. A huge run. Goal line to goal line for Jackson Borda.
Man, when he
good for from the 5 all the way down to
a long way, almost the whole entire field.
wherever they spot this.
I'd say short of 8 yards or so on the whole field. I mean, so that'd be a good 90.
Went from the 5 to the 3 for Sesser-Valier's
92 yards.
Looking to cap it off. They go to the fullback. Right side and has an edge, and he's in. A quick score as Hicks gets the touchdown, but a lot of that work there from Borda.
Red Devils now lead it 50-6 here in the fourth quarter after Borda had a 92-yard run. You don't see that every day, Garrett.
No, but we did this evening.
Yep. In the rain, too.
And it's 50-6. We will have delay a game called against the offense. 6 and some change left before Sesser moves to 5-0. They play at home against Edwards County next week. Christopher travels to Carmi White County. Borda keeps and throws, and it's knocked down. Look corner of the end zone. The score's 50-6. And Hicks got in for the 4th time. 4 rushing touchdowns. For big Caden Hicks this evening. And again, Aaron, as we were saying before, Porter, bursted for that big 92-yard rush. But credit to all those involved that were able to, make that decision to move it, because they're going to get a full game in today when it looks like a good chance teams won't get those games in tomorrow.
Yep. At least some of them. I mean, it's supposed to rain all day.
And it takes two sides to agree. Luckily, these teams, super short drive,
right,
and able to do it where both teams were in agreement.
Mm-hmm. Considering the circumstances, I think they're doing all they can tonight, especially on a grass field, to get this game.
And it's held up well, I will say.
It has, yeah.
Couple of scuffs out there,
Mm-hmm.
but it has looked pretty good. Here's Butler. He works right side, and he's going to be knocked out as he passes the 45 with 5:55 to go. With a running clock for the duration of this game, as Sesser-Valier now leads by 40 or more. That's the rule. They'll run the timer. As Christopher goes back to work, looking to get some momentum moving forward, try to find the end zone.
Clock's about to tick past 5 minutes. So CZR has the ball, looking to throw it, and he does. And that will be caught, not caught.
Caught, not caught. I like the
Caught,
call.
not caught,
It
yes.
was a good pass, and
Yeah.
probably should have been reeled in that time.
Yeah.
Good pass from Sveda that time. Brings 2nd and 10 up for the Bearcats. I mean, their schedule doesn't get easier. We talked about them going to Carmine, then after that they host Fairfield. And we might be seeing these Red Devils a couple more times. We're expected to see them against Johnston City for sure in Week 8. Maybe, Week 5 or Week 9, depending on where we end up going for those flex weeks.
And maybe in the postseason as well.
Yeah, absolutely, because they are well on their way.
Yeah. I think, honestly, Garrett, I mean, just looking at the teams in Southern Illinois this year, I think we could see potentially a lot of teams, at least in Week 1, going to the postseason. I think we could still see a good amount of teams into Week 2 this year and beyond.
I agree. I think you might see a lot of teams hosting Week 1. That's how strong they are. Benton Rangers are 2-2, but they're one of the best teams around. They've played a tough schedule. Talked about Murphy. Carterville's really bounced back after a tough Week 1. And right here in the Black Diamond, Sesser-Valier and Johnson City are the cream of the crop for sure.
Needless to say, I think our Week 1 playoff broadcast decision will be a tough one, as we'll have a lot of.
And hopefully it's a tough one in Week 2. Hopefully there's a lot of teams advancing.
Mm-hmm.
We had that last year. Obviously not broadcasting any games, but a lot of teams moving on into round 2, and these Red Devils actually went into round 3, and they hosted every week before they got knocked out in the 3rd round.
2:52 left here as the running clock continues in Christopher. Ball's on the 47-yard line. Bearcats there's a flag on the field. It'll be a legal motion, 5-yard penalty. That'll move him back to around the 42-yard line.
The timer is still rolling. A little over 2 minutes left.
13 yards to go for the Bearcats, but nothing to lose here. Just play some good football. And
looks like we got a timeout called at 1:53 left in the ball game. 50-6. We'll take a quick break. This is the WFCN Game of the Week, powered by Swinford Media.
Hi, Wildcat fans. I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you in writing with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress is putting on the end of the summer sale. The temperature may be dropping, but our savings never will. With up to 25% off store-wide or get up to 72 months no interest. With queen mattresses starting at $179 and same-day delivery on most mattresses. Plus, we have all the best in American-made living room sets like these from England Furniture. Custom for you, fast by us. 30 days or less or it's free.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress.
Welcome back to a very wet Thursday night football game here in Christopher. We're at Span Field as the Bearcats take on the Red Devils. It's 56 Red Devils with 1:53 left. Here's the Bearcats looking to throw the ball, and they will. Big throw, but it is out of bounds.
Wide right. Didn't
Yep.
have a chance. He just sailed it out of bounds to the right. It's going to bring up, it's going to result in a turnover on downs with a minute and a half left.
Mm-hmm. So that Sesser-Valier Red Devils will move to 5-0 on the season. And hopefully we'll see some more football this week coming up tomorrow. We'll keep a close eye on that. And keep in mind we'll have
Maybe a double dip this week. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be.
Do a couple games. We get a triple header. We get one tomorrow and Saturday.
Yeah. That's a lot of football.
What's wrong with that? Brought down behind the line.
I mean, you take into consideration, though, basketball season, some nights, a lot of our local teams are covering 3-4 games a week, so never too much.
Same with spring season if you're covering baseball or softball or whatever.
And that'll be it as the clock ticks past 13 seconds. They'll take a knee, and the Sesser-Valier Red Devils will win this one 50-6. We'll have a shortened Deaconess, Illinois postgame show coming up right after the break. You're listening to the WFCN Game of the Week here in Christopher.
Hi, Wildcat fans. I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you in writing with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
Welcome back to the Deaconess, Illinois postgame show, or welcome, I should say. It's time for our Black Diamond Harley Davidson thrilling moment of the game. It was a very thrilling game for the Red Devils tonight. They put up a total of 50 points over the Bearcats. Garrett, we've seen a lot of thrilling stuff tonight, but there's one thing I think that kind of sticks out.
Yeah, there's a couple of things. I don't want to, I want to mention the big play there. It was Jackson Borda, I believe, 92-yarder.
Yeah.
But if I can, I want to give a score play of the game, and that would have been the 30-yarder from Jace Irwin. I think he broke like 3 or 4 tackles. That was early on in the game. But if I could do ones, that's kind of the ones I would go with because I had that one ready the whole way. And then Borda blows up with that 92-yarder. But I at least have to mention both of those. But I'll go with the 30-yarder from Irwin to put his team up 14-0 as the thrilling play of the game.
Yeah. A lot of great football here tonight here at Span Field. once again, the Sesser-Valier Red Devils will move to 5-0 on the season. Also, real quick, Garrett, we had one other game where you were watching tonight. You had
Yeah, I do have a score. It's
Okay.
36-0, and it's not
Yeah.
halftime, so it's all Murphy.
Yep.
And then if we'll give out player of the game real quick. I'm gonna go with Caden Hicks. Caden Hicks, not as many yards as a couple of these guys, but he reached the end zone 4 times on his own.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 rushing touchdowns for Caden Hicks. I give him player of the game. And real quick, CPA score recap. It's Kemper CPA scoring throughout the game. 24-yarder in the first from Hicks made it 8-0. And the 30-yard touchdown run makes it 14-0 at 3:03 mark. 11:41 left in the second, 20-0. As Nutt was able to get in. 11:44 left in the third, 28-0 on the Hicks 4-yarder. Then a 12-yard run for Nutt to make it 36-0 with 10:13 left in the third. 5:36 mark in the third, 40-yarder from Saveda. The one score for Christopher on that 4th and short. And then an 8-yarder for Hicks, make it 44-6 with 11:53 left in the game. And then at 6:03 mark in the fourth, another touchdown from Caden Hicks, this one from 3 yards out. That's your Kemper CPA scoring recap.
All right, Garrett Smith, thank you very much. Any other thoughts that you have on either of these teams? And then we can, to leave off the broadcast, talk about some of the games once again that are scheduled for tomorrow.
Yep, Sesser's good. It's clear. They play both sides of the ball. They score points, and they don't give up a lot of points. Again, 50 scored here today, only 6 allowed. They're a playoff team. We'll see them in the playoffs again. They're an experienced team.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a lot of different options. Christopher, it's a they're building something there, and I think you work off the positive. You had that big breakout play. You had some chances. You forced some turnovers. It wasn't a bright spot in a sense tonight, but there are a lot of bright things that they can move on with moving forward.
Yeah, I would agree. And another thing we mentioned, we really didn't mention it much tonight, but some upgrades coming here to Christopher as well. Hopefully by the time we're here in the future, we'll see some more of those upgrades, more than what we've actually seen this year around the field. Talk a little bit about some of the games we got coming up tomorrow. I mean, it's all obviously up in the air right now because of all that. But in Williamson County, Carterville will be making a trip to St. Joseph. That's do you know about whereabouts that is, Garrett? Not 100% sure.
I don't know the actual spot, but I will say
Pretty
this:
far away.
it's north.
It's north, yes. Which, if you go north, less rain. So that game could definitely be played tomorrow. Of all the games I have in front of me, I would say that game probably has the best opportunity to be played tomorrow. Second game that probably has a good opportunity to be played tomorrow is Marion at Cahokia. That's also pretty far north. In fact, their AD told us yesterday that they want to play that game, and they're going to do everything they can to play that game tomorrow. Johnson City versus Florida. Again, potentially we could have that game for you tomorrow, depending on the rain. We'll keep you updated on that. Herrin at Murfreesboro going on tonight. Also tomorrow, West Frankfort scheduled to play the Nashville Hornets at home, and Benton scheduled to play the Anna Jonesboro Wildcats at home. So we'll see what changes there will be, if any. Hopefully we're able to get through a good week of football as much as we can as the remnants of the hurricane make their way through our area. But for that, we thank you for joining us tonight on the WFCN News Game of the Week. For Garrett Smith, Drew Smith behind the scenes, and all of the WFCN News Game of the Week team, we thank you for joining us. And we'll